Oh, I know.
Let's go, guys. Christmas Chronicle 2 review. Yeah! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly DeAnge.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. To bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, Angela. The Christmas Chronicles 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally here. We finally get Kurt Russell as Santa Claus again, which is a very different Santa that we've seen in the very past films, of course, non-stop movies about Santa. Fred Claus, we still remember Fred Claus. We've seen so many different adaptations of Santa, you know?
I really like Santa, or Kurt Russell as Santa, because he's not like a traditional looking Santa with like the Snow White beard and like the big old belly.
He's a little heavy, but it's normal. Like it's like a normal belly. Like it's
still a very recognizable Saint Nicholas, but he's just a little different than the traditional like Coca-Cola pop culture.
The Santa Claus, like the Disney one.
Santa Claus one. Which I like. And again, I think he did a very good job in the first one.
Yes.
So I was super excited to see him again in this one.
I know for sure we were definitely surprised on the first one. It was so good. It was real felt almost like it felt very original.
It felt believable.
Yeah, that's the thing. It really did. And with magic and everything. And that's the thing. It's like casually there. It's not like over the top, it's like over the top magic. The thing is, everyone loves the Santa Claus Disney one, right? Everyone loves that one. I love it. I love watching it every now and then. But when you go to a lot, it's just very cheesy. This one doesn't feel cheesy. It's just casual. It's very casual. It feels very in tune with each other when it comes down to the magic part, especially. Like it seems like it's just natural. They're just there. Like there's magic there, but it's not like over the top, like crazy. Like this happens and then magic. It actually makes sense to it, in tune with it all. But yeah, let's get right to it, Angela. So director Chris Columbus directed this film. And he's produced a lot of the Harry Potter films. He produced The Help, Scoop. And that's the thing here. So let's get right to it. What was your favorite? Your favorite Kurt Russell moment, I guess, in this film. Without spoiling it too much.
I think it's like whenever they just have natural conversation. I think there's a small little part where they're showing this town that exists in the North Pole, where all the elves live,
which we see in the trailer.
Which we see, and I think there's like a little joke that I think the main character, the little girl, the little boy, he says because it's called Santa's Town. Yeah. But it's funny because Mrs. Claus actually designed all of the shops and everything. It's all her idea. There's thousands of shops in there. So the little boy is like, why not make it name it Mrs. Claus Town or something like that. And
he's all never thought of that.
Same like his just reaction to that is just like, awesome. It's just so funny. And it's just it's really funny to see that little pow to his little ego because it's really funny. So it just stuff like that, little moments like that. That was really cool.
A lot of those, they felt very genuine. They felt very, again, I'm using the word again, casual. It felt very, out there. It wasn't over the top. It felt, it felt normal. It was weird. Very believable Santa Claus, very believable world. That it seems the North Pole would exist. I feel like this would be the closest thing we would get.
That town looked awesome.
Very creative.
Someone should build an amusement park of Santa's village.
Yes,
and
have it just like
fill it just like that, and it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I do love the setup of this film. Again, we go right after. It's actually 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. So it's 2 years, I believe, from the first one. So it's been 2 years since the first one came out, and this one takes part 2 years later. Again, I would say good music in this film. I would say really good music, good emotions. Of course, Christmas music is in here. It's Christmas themed.
It's a Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is in the air, guys. Right? Even though it's not Thanksgiving yet. Kurt Russell, comes in strong. Man. He comes in a strong performance. Comes in strong as Santa Claus, and not only that, but just he comes out right at the bat, very in character. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's very in character and very, it was just very believable, man. I couldn't stop seeing. I was like, dude, that's it. That's what I wanted. When he come out of, when he started a sequel, I didn't think. I hate to say it, but I'm very lost of words right now because it's almost as good as the first one. If not, it's the same. Like, it's weird. Like, it's rare this really happens, as the sequels are always as good as the first one. But I feel like with this one, we get more grounded, or we get more down to earth stuff. We get more grounded depth on Saint Nicholas. We get more down earth on everything, just the history. And I'm a sucker for history because they learn from their past, and they actually did in this one, which I really did love, because they learned from the first one. And the history still there. They don't just forget about it. They were actually acknowledging it. Oh yeah, so you've been here before? Like, yeah, I've been, but I was just locked in somewhere. Stuff like that they mentioned from the first one that they mentioned in this one. So I love that. I love that we see that. We see that history there, and we see that the first one, like, it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about this.
No, I get it. I really like the story in this one because when we first heard that the second one would be coming out, I'm like, well, where do you go from there?
Yeah, exactly.
You could. It's called the Christmas Chronicles for a reason.
Yeah.
Which they kind of briefly nod to in one of the scenes. So you, in that retrospect, you could have a lot of stories about it, but yes. And could continue. But for me, I just didn't know beforehand what would be the continuation. How would you go? But exactly. I really like how the way the story unfolded. The introduction of new characters this time. Their backstory. It's a little cheesy. It's a family movie.
I remember when we were watching it, I was all like, dude, that's how you do a backstory. That's how you do a real quick 5-10 minute segment of just these bringing new characters and explain, okay, where are they at? Don't just put us characters and expect us to love them and expect us to care about them right away. Oh, don't give us a backstory. Just put them in. Boom. Oh, Kate's with this person, the new person's Jack. So it's Kate and Jack, and they're the ones that go to the North Pole. Very different, of course, because the first one, it was Santa Claus coming to where they lived.
Santa Claus coming, I think it was maybe in New York or something.
So I kind of like that idea, concept, and of course we loved it as well. Just the whole they went to him now. So that was really good. I would say that was a really good move by Netflix, guys. Props to you guys, because that was a really good move. Special effects were just top of the notch. I really did enjoy every special effect. There wasn't anything too distorted or anything like that. So I really did love that about this movie. Again, just the whole concept, just every little nod of, even the elves have a cinema. Come on. I mean, every little nod.
It has a great attention to detail. And they're playing Elf or something like that, like a Christmas movie in their little cinema. It's really cute, very detailed. I really appreciate that.
It's very charming. Mr. and Mrs. Claus is so charming. Both of them are. When they first correspond with each other, when they first conversate with each other in this film that we see, they're so, oh my gosh, it's so genuine that you could tell, it's almost to a sense where they're real life people and they've been in love for decades. And that's the reality. Is it's so charming. It's such a loving film, and you really see their marriage through their interactions with each other, especially their nod towards each other. It's like it's like what my grandparents used to do. It's like you could compare it to that, people that have been married for a long time, and I love that about it. So that was very genuine on that. Another thing too I wanted to say was just again, Santa just very heartful. I felt like he showed us so much emotion. Mrs. Claus too. They both showed a lot of emotions when it comes down to the climax part and all that. It just felt very genuine and felt very they cared so much about Kate. They cared so much about Jake as well, and seeing Jake actually bringing in a new kid. That Jake, I would say his last name is Bruno, by the way. His real life name is Bruno. So it was very, very good, man. I would say out of the kid performances, I was very surprised how well and how indeed they were.
He was a cute little boy. Yeah. He was cute. And sure. I really liked how he, even though Kate may not have been warmed up to him at the beginning, he's still stuck by her.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was real cute, real funny.
I still love you.
Yeah, I still love you. Still cared about her. Yeah. So I really like that little aspect of it.
Yes.
It's just innocence and family and stuff.
And that's the thing too. In the end of this film, we learned another great lesson, and that's the beauty of it, because they learned this lesson. Now, if they want to make another one, which I hope they do, I mean, they could possibly do another one, make this a trilogy. I feel because it left such a high note. Again, the first one left a high note, but it's not a movie to where it leaves a cliffhanger, because that's the good thing is about these, Netflix films. For this one in particular, is that you don't have to leave a cliffhanger all the time. Hey, there's a sequel. No, because I felt like this movie was just the first one did so well, and the first one reaction of the audiences, you guys, us, they all really did enjoy this film. So
yeah, I feel like the first one, it didn't set it up to have another film made. Yeah. So if Netflix just chose not to make this, we would have been okay. Yeah. Glad what they did, because the story was pretty well done. Yeah. They did take their time making sure to iron out those details. For sure. And it's the same thing with this one. If there's another film to come, that's awesome, great. Yeah. But it definitely doesn't set it up for something in the future. Yeah. Which if they don't, that's sad, but hope they do. But it definitely does not have that cliffhanger.
Again, the thing is that with Netflix is that they really have sucky movie titles. The original this was supposed to be the Christmas Chronicles Part 2, and then they changed it to Christmas Chronicles 2. Same thing with the Princess switched again. So I feel like those are just mediocre titles. I feel like y'all need to do something. I mean,
I would like the Part 2. I don't know.
I would have been like Christmas Chronicles, the Evil Elf or something, or something in that sense. But it kind of gives it away a little too much. Yeah. Yeah. But all right, guys. So let's go to ratings. Well, first off, was this the fun that we deserved? I'll say yes.
I would say yes, because I love Christmas movies. And again, the story was pretty well. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
For sure. An hour and 52 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and this movie did not feel like an hour and 52 minutes. It felt like it was like an hour and a half. Like, it was real quick. It keeps you entertained, keeps you going, guys. So be sure to check this movie out when Netflix comes out, which comes out. This film actually comes out Wednesday. So yeah. Ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. So we're gonna give this.
I would give it a solid 7 because I really enjoyed it.
7? That's it.
I would give it a 7. I did not admittedly enjoy it as much as the first one. Okay. But it's really close. Yeah. So, but that's just my opinion. Again, I really like the story. I like the characters. Yeah. The new characters too, both good and bad. Yeah. And I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I think just all those little moments of like the banter, that was just the funny dialogue. It was really funny for me. But again, I just didn't have that same magic awe that I felt after the first one. So I would have to give it a 7.
Oh, obviously, he was running out of magic in the first one, technically. So, all right. So, again, I'm going to give this an 8. I'm going to be a grade higher because I really did love it. I love the whole town. The town was really awesome. Really did help the rating, I would say. Again, Kurt Russell coming back in it. I love Kurt Russell Santa Claus. I'm gonna admit it. Like, I love him as Santa Claus.
He's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I know. Probably in December we'll probably rewatch the first one.
Probably.
Yeah, because I'm trying. I remember some of the first one, but I probably want to watch it again. It's funny too because 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago, around the same time frame as that when the first one came out. So it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Logically and when it comes down to release date. But yeah, all right, I'll give a solid 8. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie, guys. Be sure to check this out on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, all right. Anything else? Any final thoughts, Angela, you want to say?
I would just say definitely give it a try. It's a great family film, great film to get you in the spirit of the holidays.
I felt like this film really paid more attention, it was more towards kids, I would say. It really was.
I would think so. It just was little bits of humor that they had. But again, I think it's something that everyone can enjoy. Yeah, we still had fun watching it. Yeah. Definitely give it a try.
All right, guys. If you have not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give us something like a review. Have a good one, guys. Happy holidays. And be sure, I'm going to say Happy Thanksgiving because it's not Merry Christmas yet. Christmas is not yet. First, we got to get through Thanksgiving because we make this review before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to every single one of your families, guys. Hopefully, everyone's staying safe with everything going on. But yeah, let's take a break from reality and watch this film, guys. And be sure to check it out on Netflix. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady,
and this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, guys.